Welcome to another episode of the Plaster Casters. My name is Shane. How you doing, everybody? You okay? I'm okay. Are you okay? Let's do this. Joining me, across from me sitting right now, Chris Striano.
I'm okay. I'm good. Can't wait to do this. Let's get it done.
Sitting next to him, a new member of the Plaster Casters, my friend that I've known for over 3,400 years. The Smirk, Derek Smirky.
How you doing? How you doing?
Hey, look at him. Looks like a real human being.
Well, let's get ready to get ready.
And once again, from parts unknown, my buddy the Peas. Oh, wait a minute. Boy, you've changed.
Where did he go on vacation?
Yeah, he went to California. He went to yeah. What experiments are they doing with him? It's my daughter, Gracie Grew Williams. Isn't she sweet? My daughter, Grace. She's gonna join us here as well. She's gonna have a great time.
I'm just hanging out. Thank you for having me.
Doesn't know much about Kiss, but she sure is cute, isn't she, folks?
Oh my gosh, so kind.
What a sweetheart. I love her so much. Today, whenever you're watching this, we're going to be discussing all kinds of wild Kiss stuff. So get ready, Freddie. We're going to do it like we've never done it before. Right, dudes?
Right.
And
Let's
daughter.
do it.
Okay, thanks.
I got a question for everybody here.
Woo! Episode 3. We don't fit in anywhere, but it's all right.
It is.
Kiss fans will
It is
know
all
what that
right.
means. If you're watching this, you know exactly what that means. All right, we're going to go first and talk about our favorite Gene Simmons tunes from the rock and roll band Kiss that we enjoy so much. We're going to do a top 5 schmur. So everybody, you got your notes out?
We got him.
We got
All right,
him.
let's do it. Who wants to go first? Cristiano!
All right. All right. Here we go. Number 5, starting off from the Creatures of the Night album, Saint and Sinner.
Oh! Lord almighty.
The drumming on that whole album, but specifically that
Specifically
song, it is absolutely fantastic.
It's nuts.
Eric Carr, I mean, you have to listen to the song to really appreciate it. I mean, can only tell you so much, but the drumming on that song is, it's flawless.
And it's rhythmically it's not only that, it's melodically a beautiful song.
Yes,
Rhythmically
really
and melodically
Everything.
and lyrically, it's a really, really great Gene song and different from anything that he has ever done up to that
exactly.
point, for sure.
It's heavy, melodic.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
He rocks it out
It's
on
a
that
beautiful
one.
song, yeah.
Number 4, Got Love for Sale off of Love Gun. My favorite song off the album, upbeat. Love Gene's vocals on it.
Yep.
It's real Genie.
It's super Genie.
It's super Genie.
Whoa, no.
Love it. Love the chorus.
Love the background.
Yeah,
vocals.
the background with the solos. He was good in it too. I like the solo. For that.
Dude.
Yeah, it's sick.
Like, listen, Love Gun's a pretty great record, and everybody likes Love Gun a lot. It's my probably my least favorite album out of the 3 from that period. Yeah, because you don't like Destroyer all that much, but I like Destroyer more than Love Gun, and then Rock and Roll Over is one of the greatest albums in the history of music. Period.
I can't say I dislike Destroyer. I just don't give it the credit that everybody else
gives.
There's
it.
3 or 4 songs on there that I'm iffy on.
Oh, okay. But Got Love for Sale it could go on any record and be just dope.
It could have fit on Dress to Kill.
Absolutely.
It really could have.
Dope.
Absolutely could have. It's great too.
It's dope.
Number 2, Childhood's End off of Carnival of Souls. If you would have told me that Gene was going to write a song about a friend's suicide,
Would
Kiss writing songs like that.
Never
I don't
would
know
believe it.
where they got the inspiration for that. They never really spoke about that. Where they got the inspiration to write those songs the way they did, the arrangements. And again, that album's one of my favorites. And that song, I love that tune.
It's a
my favorite
beautiful
tune.
song.
It's a really beautiful song. Lyrically, musically, everything. Number 2, Domino.
Oh, yeah.
I love Domino.
It is great.
It's when I first saw that video, it's so goofy. Gene with the big gulp.
Yeah.
And
He's driving around town.
driving around. And he's not with the band at all. The band's somewhere else performing, but he's driving around in the car. I love it. It's really fun.
Driving around in a car at night with sunglasses on.
Oh, dude, it's
like a blues brother.
It's so Kiss, dude. It's funny. Number 1, She.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That breakdown and how the solo comes out of the breakdown. It is just a beautifully written and arranged song. It's my favorite Gene song. It's one of my favorite Kiss songs.
And then on top of it, to know that it came out of Wicked Lester.
Right.
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
I forgot about that.
They,
I forgot about that.
Them reworking that from Wicked Lester is the craziest part about it. Because they listen, I like the flute as much as the next guy in the song.
Right.
But that is incredible what they've done. What they did with She in that manner.
Right.
It's just an insane arrangement to pull the heaviness out of that Wicked Lester arrangement and just make it the way they made it is just it's a testament to is that even a word? A testament?
Testament.
It's testament to why we dig this band so much is that they were able to do that. They're super creative when it comes to that sort of
how good their songwriting is when they really put their minds to it.
Absolutely.
They could write some really great songs.
Absolutely.
They get no credit. Well, actually, I can't say they haven't gotten credit.
Oh, yeah. Because on the way down here, we were in the car together talking about Kiss, as we do.
As we do.
And you brought that up, that Paul and Gene is in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. So, so they got the credit.
They're getting the accolades now.
Finally.
Which is good. Yeah.
Finally. Derek Smirky.
All right, let's go. I'm just going straight forward with the favorite ones I have.
You got it.
Number 5, Watching You.
Oh, my lordy.
Such a powerful Gene tune. Great tune. I love that tune. Listen to it constantly. It's just just hits you.
It fits in anywhere you go.
Right, yeah.
Like it really does fit. Like no matter what you're listening to, if you have some kind of a playlist going, Watching You comes on. It's one of those tunes that make you happy no matter when.
Right. Absolutely. Number 4, A World Without Heroes.
All right.
Powerful tune from Gene. Just very
lyrically.
Yes, absolutely. Number 3, Larger Than Life.
Love that tune.
That's from,
for being a fourth side of Alive 2.
Absolutely, yes.
That's the thing about that fourth side of Alive 2. We've done 3 of these lists.
Right, yes.
We did the Ace list, we did the Paul list, and now we're doing the Gene list. Larger Than Life is in my top 5 as well. Rocket Ride was on my Ace list, and Paul's, and then All American Man was on my Paul list. Yeah. Like that's how great and those tunes are influential to me because I like the way those songs are written, and whenever I write a song, I want my songs to have the same kind of sound as those two, or be like those 3 songs. You know what I mean? Rocket Ride, All American Man, and then of course Larger Than Life.
Crazy heavy too.
Crazy heavy, and they didn't write anything even close to sounding like that up to that point.
Right? Yeah.
Like that speed was pretty remarkable for them. Yeah.
All right, number 2, Going Blind.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
One of my favorites. Actually, a Kiss song, one of my favorite songs. And I got a number 1 of God of Thunder.
Yeah.
I got to go with God of Thunder on that one.
Quintessential.
Yes.
I know. Yeah, that's without a doubt.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, it was especially on Destroyer. Like if you listen to it, there's many ways to listen to God of Thunder. You can listen to Paul's version.
Right.
You can listen to the Alive 2 version or any kind of live version.
Yeah.
But none of them hit you in the gut quite like that Destroyer version.
The studio version.
Yeah, that studio version of God of Thunder with whose kids?
Ace's kid. It was Ace's kid.
Is that
I think.
Ace's kid?
I think it was.
This is where you need Steven.
Yeah, he would know. He would know that right after.
I thought it was somebody else's kid. But it was somebody's kid.
Right.
Somebody's
Ace's maybe niece or nephew or
something like
that. Yeah.
But just them running around, it sounds kind of like a demon, and it's pretty
eerie.
wild.
It's eerie too. The production makes it eerie.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then on top of it, the guitar solo, which is not Ace, but the guitar solo is pretty wicked too. And then Ace takes over that guitar solo live, which makes it pretty, makes it cool. It's definitely cool then. Right. It's still a cool guitar solo.
And I do have an honorable mention. I Love It Loud.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course.
It's a quintessential Gene.
Yeah, it's a yeah. Which that's another like speed driven song where it's just heavy. Yeah. And of course Eric Carr doing the drums for that tune. Like it makes it, it takes it to the top. That thunder is,
Gene couldn't miss on that album.
No,
absolutely.
Every song was
every song's great.
Yeah.
From War Machine, Killer, I Love It Loud, Saint Sinner,
Rock and Roll Hell, which is Bryan Adams.
Listen, wait till my list right now before we go on with that one. All right, number 5, Rock and Roll Hell from Creatures of the Night.
Yes,
it's just it fits his voice perfectly. It's another rhythm-driven song to where they take it down a bit, but when that chorus kicks in, it's just on another level to where you are singing along no matter what. This is another song by them where I can listen to it no matter where, no matter when. Somebody puts this tune on, and I'm off to the races at least singing it. Like that's one of the greatest Gene tunes.
Very heavy.
Very heavy, very beautiful. I'm glad Bryan Adams and Jim Vallance wrote it. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Number 4, Unholy. Unholy.
That's an honorable mention of mine.
Without a doubt, when Revenge came out, before Revenge came out, and we were just going, they look cool. Like I think we saw them before we heard anything from them. And then that video came out for Unholy. And
people were stunned.
People were absolutely stunned after the last 4 years of nonsense. With how they,
I like some of the
I'm just
nonsense.
gonna say, I understand you like. I understand. Like it wasn't total nonsense because we dig it. Like it's kids. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
But they just looked so not cool. Like I don't know. Like. I'm just saying they looked super cool when Revenge came out.
Of course,
and it all started with Unholy. One of the few times Gene had a song at the beginning of a record. You don't normally see or hear that.
Right.
And it's not normal that Gene gets the first video from an album.
Right.
Which man, not only did he look cool, but everybody in the band looked cool.
Paul looked tough.
Paul looked tough.
Right.
And Bruce was tough. Listen, Bruce is one of the most gentle and kindest human beings in the history of the planet. Yeah. One of the greatest people we've ever known.
Yes.
Even though we don't really know him.
No.
But we feel like we do.
He put up with those guys for all those years.
Oh, like he's one of nature's noblemen.
Yes.
And even he was like he looked like super awesome. Yeah. And Unholy is absolutely fantastic tune.
It's a beast of a song.
It's a beast of a tune. That was 3 for me, right?
Yes.
Number 2, I Confess from Carnival of Souls.
That's a good one.
I love Carnival of Souls. I agree with you 100%, Chris. Like that album does not get any credit
from the band.
Because the band doesn't give it any credit.
Right.
So how are a lot of people supposed to give that album credit when the band just doesn't really care all that much about it? I don't understand that. You put all this hard work into a record and you just don't care. You're like whatever. But Gene's voice and his vocals on I Confess, it takes you back to 1975, 1973. Like his vocals are so tough. I remember playing this tune for Grace one time, and we were driving somewhere, probably to your aunt's house or something.
Probably.
And the song came on, and the way his voice sounds in that song, I just looked at Grace and I just go, "This is," and I'm in a rock and roll band myself. I go, "This is how I want my vocals to sound. Like I want to sound like this."
Right.
It's perfectly produced and perfectly engineered and arranged, and it's just an awesome Gene tune, one of the best Gene tunes in the history of the world. And then number one for me is Larger Than Life.
Oh, wow. I'm shocked.
Yeah, because it brings me back to my childhood, yet it's modern enough to still be, you could still cover this song today and it would be absolutely insane.
Oh, yeah, absolutely,
Like, it's just a beautiful track of heaviness, and even the band is kind of splintering at this point, but still Gene sounds so tough.
Yeah.
And Paul's background vocals for that chorus is just the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Very heavy for that time.
Super
exactly,
heavy
yes.
for absolutely.
For 78, that was
for
heavy.
78,
Yeah, that was
insane,
heavy.
insane. Like super great. But that is my top 5. Honorable mentions, of course, is like Naked City.
Great tune.
Yeah.
And Deuce, of course.
Yeah, of
and another honorable mention for me, and this album doesn't get much credit either. It's off of Psycho Circus. Is Journey of 1,000 Years.
It's not a bad tune.
Yeah.
I love that song.
I like that song too as well.
Like it really does, because it's a tie-in to Psycho Circus, the tune, the first track, and it ties into that with the lyrics. You know, it's very cool the way they kind of intermingled with each other. Like it's a super, super cool tune, and the fade out, and it's kind of slow, and they use what is that instrument? Like it's like chimes,
like a wind chimey thingy.
Yeah, it's like a wind chimey xylophone. Not a xylophone.
Like
It's a hanging xylophone.
A harp.
Imagine going xylophone. But it's like a wind chime.
Yeah, it's a chime.
Yeah. And it's just super cool. That's my honorable mention for sure. Like I love, like it's, especially, and another thing, how he sounds in it is absolutely brilliant too. Like his singing in it is for that time of their careers. Like they're getting up there a little bit by the time Psycho came out.
Yeah,
but dude, it's absolutely brilliant.
I feel like you like a lot of the darker. Any song you mention, you're like, that's a heavy one.
Yeah.
I'm sensing
Yeah,
a theme here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I dig like when it comes to them. I dig the lighter tunes from certain members, but if it comes to Gene, I want him to sound scared.
He's the demon.
Right.
I want him to sound,
What's
the scarier the better.
Yep.
You know, Fits Like a Glove is an honorable mention as well.
That's a great tune.
You know, Young and Wasted is a
right. Yeah,
you know, another great one.
Absolutely.
You know, but now moving on, when it comes to Gene, we've given him the positive. We'll just say a few tracks that are negative. I don't think we need to do a 5
list.
of those.
We don't need a
no list, because you know, even the ones we are not so fond of, we still like them on some level, even though they're hilarious. We think they're more hilarious than bad.
I'll go with 2 on mine. Go
ahead.
I'll go with the 2 on mine. One, and the last one, even though it's a great tune, it's just hokey.
Sure.
First one, Burn Bitch Burn.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah.
But the thing with that tune though is that the riff is killer.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I
Trust
actually
me.
like that tune.
Like the riff is killer.
I like that
It
song.
is. It's a great song, but yet very.
It's hokey. Like you can't. Like you just. Like you just going. Oh my.
So my second one, and great tune, Spit.
I know.
Oh,
Wow.
I love Spit.
Trust me,
I love that tune.
I know, but
It is funny.
it is funny. But at the
It's
same
fun.
time, it's a great song. But it's just lyrically and how the song goes, and his just the way he sings.
Yeah. Hit bit. Play that sound effect for it, Debbie. Go on.
I cannot wait.
That was one of the first ones we thought of. We were like, how can we, like, which one will be good? And it's that one from
It's that one,
Spit.
but-
Of course.
It's amazing.
But also on Spit, Bruce's solo, he
Solo
goes
is great.
wild. I
Yeah,
mean,
he does.
great
insane.
solo in that song from Bruce.
Yeah, he
I
shreds
mean,
it on that one.
He does. He really
And
does.
that's the thing about the song. Like we're when it's there's hokey, and then there's
just a shred.
And then you listen to other parts of this tune. We're just going, this is the greatest song I've ever heard in my life.
Right, exactly.
Like that, especially with Spit.
Right,
that's exactly what it is. It's just a funny, super funny, but super hard. Like it's a rockin' tune.
It's tongue in cheek lyrics.
Yes.
Very
Goof.
literally.
Yes.
Yeah.
It don't be Spit to me. It's just funny. Go ahead.
So I got one that's from the same album as Burn Bitch Burn, but this song to me makes Burn Bitch Burn seem like Stairway to Heaven.
It's that bad.
It's Lonely as the Hunter.
Oh,
That may be one of the worst songs ever written by anyone.
the lyrics. The one thing about Gene's bad songs is
It's so bad.
the thing about Gene's bad songs is the use of what is that? The use of
Euphemisms?
like
cliches.
euphemisms and cliches.
Yes.
It's all cliches.
And you're just going one after the other.
I
While the
know.
City Sleeps is
That's another one.
cliche after cliche after cliche. Yeah.
But Lonely as a Hunter is eggs in one basket, but she threw me a bone. Like, what are you
Girls
talking
love
about?
money like bees
Like
to honey.
bees to honey.
What does that even mean?
In this context, what?
It's
Why
so
are you-
silly.
And the song's called "Lonely as a Hunter." Why is it talking about the chick?
I don't know what it means. Another one is off of Crazy Nights, Hella High Water.
Oh,
It's so bad. It's
boy.
bad. It's really bad.
He sounds okay. His vocals are okay,
Right.
in it. But it is dumb.
His vocals on that album are very, very produced. It's like he has this high voice that
Yeah,
he's never
yeah,
had on any other album.
Good Girl Gone Bad.
Oh, that's a bad one.
Yeah.
She's So European is another one I can't
yeah,
stand.
yeah.
I cannot stand that tune.
I have that on my list too as well.
that's
Yes,
so bad.
absolutely. Yeah.
How dare you?
A glass of pink champagne. Where are you going with
She
that?
walks in like a lady with a glass of pink champagne.
I mean, he was actually probably writing that thinking, I'm going to be in the Hall of Fame.
This is my moment. Oh, they're gonna love this one. I know, but like, I know, but it's on this. It's the same record that "You're All That I Want's on,
Right.
Like, it's a very poppy, super poppy tune. She's so European. I don't hate it as much as you guys, but it is a goof. Like, it's a goofy tune. Like for me, it's tunes like Betrayed that is kind of where you just go, it's very meh.
Right.
Boomerang, same thing.
Same
on Hot in
album.
the Shade, you know.
Love's like a slap in the face.
Oh boy, All right, that's ridiculous. But there's one that Dance All Over Your Face.
I love that. I love that
But
song.
I know you.
I
love
love that tune. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why I love it, but I love that song. I don't know why. And Murder in High Heels, I love that one too.
Well, because that riff is
The riff is
undeniable.
undeniable.
Yeah,
Undeniable.
that riff is fantastic.
That's all Paul too. That was all Paul.
Yeah, that's right. Because at this point he took over.
Yes.
Basically took over the
He
band.
did all the bass too on that album.
Yeah, that's right. Paul. No wonder why he's so bitter. Should I have said that out loud, Quan?
Yeah, you could
Probably
say.
not.
No, you could say it. Why not? I mean, he is.
People are gonna be upset. Yeah. Well, I think they're. Yeah, I think
Right.
people know he's bitter.
We
kinda
love Paul,
bitter.
but he's bitter.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He's very, very bitter.
He's my favorite member of Kiss. Paul.
Yeah, yeah.
He kept it together for 52 years, man.
Absolutely.
He did.
Listen, whenever my brothers and I used to have Kiss concerts in the living room when I was very, very small, I was always Paul. Just thought I'd throw that
Throw
out
that
there.
out there.
Choice or
Yeah.
Yeah,
picked
my
last.
choice.
He picked last.
No!
that's what I was assuming.
Yeah.
He's the baby.
Grace, your Uncle Virgil used to be A's, and he was terrible at it. Me and your
out of the
old,
band.
me and my older brother, we'd throw Uncle Virgil around.
Out.
Get out of here! You don't know anything.
You're ruining it.
Your air guitar sucks. Your air guitar sucks.
How can you not play an air guitar?
What's
I
the matter
don't
with you?
understand.
He doesn't even know the song.
He doesn't
They're just
get
like,
it.
beat it.
Yeah, get out of here.
Go listen to Stevie Nicks somewhere.
Beat it, Yahoo.
Exposed. I can't wait till we talk about Exposed out here.
We could do a whole 3 hours on that one.
Oh, and we probably will.
We will.
It'll be a 3-part series about Exposed. All right.
You
Next.
got that right.
Yes. Perfect.
Excellent. Next up, Kiss Unmasked. Well, when they took off the makeup in '83, before Lick It Up came out, when you saw the Lick It Up video, like, what did you think about it? Like, what did you think? What are you just going? Speaking of Gene and his whole look back then.
I'll tell you what. I think Eric Carr was the best looking kid out of all of them.
Yeah.
Not Paul. I thought Paul was. Paul looked the same to me.
I know, but Vinny Vince.
Okay. You look like a mental
if you're going comparison, it's like Gene. Oh my God, just.
Oh man.
I think he went into tanning bed before he actually went on the shot the video. I mean,
he looked like
very tan guy.
He got burned from the post-nuclear world.
Post-nuclear world. I mean, the thing about Gene, the funniest thing about Gene is, like, you're not in the makeup anymore. No. Why are you trying to still look scary when we all can see you? Yeah. And the clothes,
the
clothes didn't match the look. I mean, the scare. Like, it was 1983. We all understand that. Everybody wore kind of crazy outfits back then, but. I didn't have MTV, so I didn't see them get unmasked on MTV. I think I saw a picture.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it was quite the same thing. I mean, trying to see them without it with the longest time, and you kind of have an inkling of, but
what they might look like. Gene, I was not prepared for.
No, I was not.
I'm not gonna say Gene's because he cleaned up so well.
He looked awkward.
Yeah,
that's the best way to describe it.
He looked awkward, and B, you could tell he didn't know what to do with himself. I think hardly anymore, especially in these filmed. But then again, they're musicians. A lot of musicians had trouble trying to navigate this video. Where you think Billy Joel doing Uptown Girl was real comfortable dancing?
Yeah, but when you think about it, these guys have been behind a mask this whole time. So of course, probably being a little uncomfortable, being out there, and this is who we are. But how do we act? How do we act without the same? Because our personas have been behind these masks.
Right. So there's definitely with Gene, Paul had an easier time, I'm sure. Yeah. Because, he's still Paul Stanley,
Paul.
This rock and roll dude,
exactly,
dancing, doing the dancing and all that. But Gene, was still trying to be super mean.
He overdid it.
And he overdid it.
There was no director.
Well, like I said, with Eric, just like a mane of hair, just,
small face.
Small face and a mane of hair.
Just this mane of hair. But you're right. He was probably the most normal looking out of all of them.
Exactly.
See, I was too young. So I didn't get into Kiss till 1991. So when I saw those older videos, my brother and my cousin told me, okay, this was the video that they unmasked. And I was just thinking, I'm like, this is what they chose to unmask themselves. Like I said, in 90, that glammy look was done.
Yeah, it was over by then.
It was over by then. And I'm looking at them like, wow. Ooh,
it was a tough rough time.
Look. They should have put the makeup.
Well, what about the follow-up? All hell's breaking loose. Oh,
another nightmare of a video.
What are they drinking and feeding themselves? Are they eating cake?
I don't know.
What's going on in that video? Sport bottles of grape juice and eating cake.
Listen, all I know is Motley Crue at the time decided to mimic that video.
Yeah. At least it was the same exact video.
It was the same exact video. Yeah. But which was okay. I mean, but that's the thing. When it came to the song "Lick It Up," and this is the same way I feel about it now as I've always felt about it. When it starts, I'm just like, but by the time it's over, I love it.
Yeah, the album's
absolutely,
great.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's
the
a great
album itself,
album.
it's great.
Album, yeah.
So at least they had something good to go on.
Right.
And by the time Animalize came out, like they were pretty much set, like they knew how to act.
Right.
But that Lick It Up video was you're right. Especially Gene seemed confused about
what to do.
Act. Yeah.
Now, if they would have taken off the makeup and then put out Crazy Nights, that would have been a complete disaster. But
absolutely.
at least Lick It Up was good music.
Was good.
Right.
But yeah,
Absolutely,
it was a great album. Like a really great album. I mean, at least. But you're right. All Hell's Breaking Loose. That's after that.
It's a great tune.
Another
absolutely great tune.
Great
But
tune.
I'm just
video
alone.
Video bad.
Absolutely brutal.
But then again, how do you feel about Paul? Like, we never heard Paul kind of rap before, and he was kind of rapping in that, you know?
Yeah, I love that song. But
I know,
I thought he
love
did a
it
great
too.
job on it.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
All right, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Ooh.
that's
Yeah.
them on MTV, like,
Right.
Immediately.
Yeah, Paul looks exactly the
after.
same. He's
Yeah,
just a
but-
guy.
yeah,
Paul,
That's what I was saying,
Paul
Paul.
does look the same.
He's just a guy.
But Vinny.
Yeah.
Vinny.
But like I said, once again, Eric
Vinny's far
looks
left.
Eric. I mean, it's
Yeah.
he's just a
And Gene's just trying to look tough.
Yeah.
still.
Somehow, some way.
Yeah.
It took facial hair to get Gene to look
Yeah.
super tough. and
10 years
cool.
later, he finally.
10 years later, he got it together and grew a goatee or a beard goatee combo. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
That
you
was
for
their-
doing that.
That was their best look after the
Well,
makeup.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen, we had tough times. Well, I had tough times in high school, Grace. Being a Kiss fan back in '83 and '84.
Honestly,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I was gonna.
Listen, I mentioned
ask.
that.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned that before on this show. I had a tough time, folks.
Right.
Yeah, you have mentioned that.
Being the only brother that enjoys Kiss.
That's tough, man.
That was
wrong with this guy?
that was the meet with Crazy Nights, the concert that we went to.
We went to.
And of course, I see him at school, and that's the guy who loves
That's the
Kiss.
dude who likes Kiss.
And here we are.
Look back. Did you ever think you'd be here?
Look what it all culminated. It all culminated with this.
Absolutely.
How long have we known each other?
About 40.
40 years?
Yeah, somewhere in there, yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're old.
It's crazy, folks. What Kiss does, it brings folks together.
Yes. Look at me. I got into Kiss in 1991. Grunge was just coming out, and I was still listening to, Asylum and Crazy.
I know.
I was in junior high and high school at that
We
point.
had two paths to
Right,
go down.
right.
Either the Nirvana, Smashing Pumpkins path, or
It
the
was Kiss Bon Jovi.
Kiss
and,
Bon Jovi.
and Winger.
Here we are. And Kip Winger. Here we are, folks. Moving on.
Easy, cat man. They are serious.
That's even funnier with him not here.
Even without
I
peace
know.
here.
With him not here, it's funnier.
What do you mean I'm right here?
That's true.
That's right. The lovely and talented bees tonight. All right, we're going to move on to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Okay, Kiss was inducted in 2014, 15 years after they were eligible to be into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Ridiculous.
We're going to watch a little video of their acceptance speech, and then we're going to talk about, what we thought of it, and do you think they took it well, and do you think, just what you think. Quiet.
Good evening. I'm Tom Morello.
This is a great induction speech.
Morello was awesome.
Yeah.
They are four of the most recognizable faces on the planet and one of the most iconic and badass bands of all time.
I didn't put this whole thing on.
Tonight
I'd
is
start
the night
crying.
That Kiss
That's how
enters
great
the
he
Rock
did.
and Roll
Yeah.
Hall of Fame. Kiss have inspired thousands of artists of diverse genres, some of whom may be on a Hall of Fame trajectory themselves. They've been a formative influence on members of Tool, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains,
All true.
Slipknot, Garth Brooks, Pantera, Foo Fighters, Motley Crue, Lenny Kravitz, White Zombie, Soundgarden, Nine Inch Nails, and Rage Against the Machine, to name just a few. Tonight proves beyond any shadow of a doubt that the high school bullies and the critics were mistaken. We Kiss fans were right, so let's celebrate.
You know about
You know how happy I was when he said that?
That was awesome.
I misspoke earlier when I said that
talking to
tonight
me.
Kiss enters the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's almost right, because tonight it's not the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Tonight it's the Rock and Roll All Night and Party Every Day Hall of Fame. And so, without further ado, Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Ace Frehley, Peter Criss, you wanted the best and you got the best. The hottest band in the world, Kiss.
Something happened 40 years ago. I met the partner and the brother I never knew I had Paul Stanley. You couldn't ask for somebody.
Oh, I thought he was going to start crying there.
Yeah.
Gene, he was gracious, man.
He really was great.
I loved him here.
Behind the
You
glasses.
couldn't ask for somebody more awesome to be on the same team. I am humbled. I was going to say a few kind words about Eric Carr, rest in peace.
I'm so glad he brought
Mark
them
St.
up.
John, rest in peace.
That was cool, too.
Vinnie Vincent, the great Bruce Kulick.
I'd like to thank the Hall of Fame for this honor. I never thought this could happen in my life. Thank you. I'd like to thank everybody that had something to do with my career and the band's career. I want to definitely thank our first manager, Bill Aucoin.
Mentioning Bill Aucoin was pretty great.
Who we would not be here if not for Bill. I'd like to congratulate the band, of course, Mr. Stanley, Mr. Simmons, and one and only Spaceman Ace Frehley. You got to forgive to live. It's really important. And God bless each and every one of you. I will remember this for the rest of my life. Thank you so much.
Peter's always gracious, dude.
Yeah. He's goofy.
And I love him.
Yes.
He looked going, yes. Yes, he's very funny.
I have a speech here, but I didn't. These are on prescription, so I can't read.
Of course.
I want to thank
You look
Paul,
laughing.
Gene, and Peter. Thank you so much, Tom, for that beautiful introduction. I want to thank the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for inducting us. Thank you very much. Life's been good to me. You know, hopefully I got another 10 or 20 years to go. Thank you very much.
I had to put that in there.
This
Little
is
do
a
we know.
special night, but it's really a special night for our fans. This is vindication. We couldn't have done this without you. Peter, Ace, Gene, we are the original foursome. We couldn't have done this had we not started it together. What I loved about all these musicians is that they had the spirit of rock and roll. I believe that the spirit of rock and roll means you follow your own path regardless of critics and regardless of your peers. I think we've done that for 40 years. Here we are tonight, basically inducted for the same things that we were kept out for.
Beautiful. I love when he said
That
that.
was pretty great.
Yeah.
So God bless you all. It's a wonderful night.
Doesn't look happy, though.
No, he's not.
You don't look happy.
Good job on that. Editing.
Ah, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
That's powerful.
Anywho, so what do we think about that? Do we think that they pretty much hit the nail on the head, everybody's speech? Like, you know, they talk about all kinds of things. Pete talks about his breast cancer diagnosis and how he beat it. Ace talks about being sober for a long time.
He talks about addiction as like having diarrhea, which is I thought was pretty cool.
That's
pretty
pretty
wild.
great. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It's pretty wild.
But it's I thought all four of them did a brilliant job bringing up the things they needed to.
They did.
But what do we feel about them not performing though?
I actually wish they would have pulled the Sex Pistols and not shown up. But the fans wanted them there. The fans fought for them to get there, so I get that they had to. The fact that they didn't perform, they should have bit the bullet. Everybody should have performed. Everybody should have got on there, no makeup, and just did a couple of songs.
I mean,
it was a letdown from Tom Morello's speech
to not perform.
To not performing. It was such a letdown.
Yeah. But we knew before that they weren't performing. That was a big thing that they weren't going to perform. And so, I was hoping that would actually come along and do something, at least, I mean, that's what the Hall of Fame is. You want to,
you do your speech,
and
then you show why you're there.
Yeah. Show why you're there and love how it's the originals. I mean, usually everybody comes up who's been a part of the band, normally on Hall of Fame speeches. They always bring up other, everybody. But I'm glad that they kind of just kept it the four, but even acknowledged the other guys too as well. So
they had to.
Yeah.
I mean, Kulick's in the audience.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Like, for God's sakes, like Kulick is the one guy that never got upset.
Right. No.
Ever. He was the most happy to be in that group. way more happy than Ace and Peter ever were. So him just, him being there no matter what, him being in that crowd, even though they pushed him out to do the reunion tour.
He took it in stride.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Yeah. He's just that type of dude, man. He's one of the greatest. And I'm glad Gene brought him up. I'm glad Gene brought up Mark St. John.
Right.
That was the most gracious I've ever seen Gene. Yeah. Other than when he's talking about his family and his mom and everything. That was beautiful Gene right there.
Yeah. This is a Gene we all hope for.
Yeah.
Is that it's
very few and far between though that we get that.
I mean, he becomes himself in the most natural and gracious way when he's doing that. Everything else will come off as shtick, like when he's being either cruel to Ace or Peter, because he's been doing that for years too. We've all talked about him kicking Ace and Peter while they're down. Paul does the same thing, but in this case, whenever he talks about bands, other bands, when he talks about music, and when he gets sentimental, it's really great stuff.
It really is.
Gene.
Yeah,
I
agree.
And Paul too, for the most part, but Paul, those are very few and far between nowadays when it comes to Paul.
And I would have to think that probably Ace and Pete probably would have performed.
Absolutely.
They're probably the only ones that probably wanted to perform.
Right. I mean, Gene too. Well, I bet Gene did as well. It's just Paul has had such beef with the hall.
Yeah, true.
So therefore, none of them are performing. It's just crazy.
Yeah. They could have did like they did with Unplugged. It would have been perfect.
Right. Do that.
Even if they would have done it acoustically, because they've done it before.
Of course, yeah.
Right.
Just do a couple of songs. Do Rock and Roll All Night in Detroit Rock City acoustic and call it a night. Something. But for Tom Morello, that's the best speech
of course,
in Rock and Roll Hall of Fame history.
I agree.
Absolutely.
For them to not to perform is it was a travesty, I thought.
If you haven't seen the whole speech, which I'm sure you probably have, but just go back and watch the whole speech. I dare you not to tear up. He really gets into it.
He's like a little kid that's a fan.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like he brings up everything that we thought, he brings all that up. Yeah. Like he really does in that induction speech. It's an amazing, amazing thing.
That's a perfect person to do that.
I know, because he gets up there. Yeah.
I can feel the electricity. Like you can feel it in the air. And what Paul said at the end, I thought that they did. I don't know the beef, obviously, but I thought that they didn't perform because they break norms, because they are trendsetters and they don't want to do what you expect them to do.
Nah, it's not beef. It's just beef. Yeah, it's the beef for it's
the beef is with the
30
Rock and
years
Roll Hall of Fame. That's what
which is understandable. There's a lot of people who have beef with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Because he said it at the end. They've kept us out all this time.
Of course.
Because, I mean, half of those people that run this thing don't think we're a real band. You know,
which is not fair.
Paul's correct, and everything he said he was correct. But if I was Paul and I felt that way, I wouldn't have shown up.
Yeah, if you're gonna go that far, then don't show up. What, Sex Pistols didn't show up, right?
Yeah, they all left a note for the Hall of Fame, and then they all spit on it, and they sent it to the Hall of Fame.
They're wild.
Yeah.
That's
a Sex Pistols thing to do.
Well,
that's a statement.
But then again, why would you think anything less?
Right.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
One of the guys killed his girlfriend, right? What do you expect?
Sure.
Yeah.
See, but that's expected. So why don't you show up? That's unexpected.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything about the spit. Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
But it's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, I was happy they got inducted.
I was happy.
Of course. Yeah.
I was so happy they got inducted.
Well needed.
As fans, it gives us
validation
and ammo for the haters.
Yeah, absolutely. They're in the same halls.
Yeah. They're in there with the Beatles.
You're Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
You love so much.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Yep.
Billy Joel. They're in there with all those guys, whether you like it or not. They're in there.
Yep. Yeah. And I love it.
Yes.
Take that. Sucker.
Oh, yeah.
That clip is fantastic, by the way.
Thank you.
That was great. That was really good.
That was.
Thank you so much.
You
You just saying that because you're my daughter?
No.
Okay.
Hey, I said it. I'm not your daughter.
I'm just saying it because there's cameras.
Because you're my friend.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Kiss news. These Kiss avatars are apparently coming in 2028. Like that's a big thing that's happening. Paul did some kind of a Q&A session in Indiana, I believe. And he got into a little bit about the Kiss avatars. And these avatars are actually supposed to pull out a few new songs. Like apparently they've written some new stuff. I have no idea what this could possibly sound like.
Are they AI written or is it?
I know, are these real songs?
Aren't they debuting here though? Right?
It's in Las Vegas. Yeah, it's going to be in Las Vegas. Beautiful, sunny Las Vegas, where Gorilla Cross Studios are. That's where we are right now. You'd like to come down and see us? But anywho, is this a good idea on any level?
No.
You know what I mean?
It's a horrible idea.
Are we going to see it?
But I'm going to watch it anyway.
Of course, yes, yeah. You can't look away.
It's a train wreck. It's a train wreck. It's the best way.
That's the thing. Like, because we've all seen clips of the avatars.
Oh yeah.
Now, the Peter and Ace avatar, they don't look like anybody.
No,
they don't look like Thayer. They don't look like Singer.
They're just generic.
They're just some generic heads, like a video game.
Yeah.
Like, what are you people doing? Like, who is this supposed to be? Like, and then the Gene and Paul avatars, they look like them, but they look like them now,
right? Yeah,
which makes no sense.
Yeah.
Why? Why wouldn't you just make yourself look like you're 23 again?
Right.
If you're having somebody design these avatars,
right.
It's out of control. Chris, what do you think?
I agree. Like I said, it's kind of similar to the way the Kissologies were.
Right.
You know, if I want to see Kiss in makeup, I don't want to see them now in makeup.
No.
I want to see them in the 70s in makeup. That's why I didn't like Kissology 3. Same thing with the avatars. Of course I'm going to watch it. I'm going to listen to it.
We're going to watch it. We're going to listen to it. We're going to talk about it here.
Yeah. Of course I'm going to do it, but it's a dumb idea.
Yeah.
And I don't think they should do it.
Yeah.
I think they should ride off into the sunset.
Yeah.
And we could all be happy.
I've never seen people work more retired.
I mean, come on.
Well, they said they're retiring from doing live. They said they're retiring from the makeup, as if that's not what retirement means.
You know what? If they really want to do something cool, give us the Carnival of Souls tour. Get Bruce, get Eric, do a small venue tour, and just play that entire album. I would pay $1,000 a ticket to see that.
Absolutely, I agree.
I don't care about the avatars. I would want to see them do a Carnival of Souls tour.
I'd rather see that.
You never gave it to us. You just threw that album out and just did nothing with it.
I agree. Yeah. Listen, I agree. You know how I feel. Listen, we all feel the same way about that record. That we really do love that record and the way it was produced. But you're slapping some kind of AI nonsense out there.
Now,
I'm curious what these new songs sound
Is it
like.
going to look the same as when the first inception, or are they going to make it better?
See, that is another.
Are they going to fine tune it? Because when you first see it, just like what you said, it's like it
looks odd,
very hokey. It's just very But I was reading up on the article, and I mean, I kind of. At the same time, I agree with what they were talking about because of the Sphere.
Yeah,
the Sphere, you go for the experience. Mm-hmm. You really can't see too much on the stage. You're looking at the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's more of a,
It's an immersive sight and sound type of thing.
Correct. So,
and you have tons to look at in this high definition, whatever.
And you're just listening to music, even though the band is there, or any concert that's there. You're looking at the whole thing and you're just hearing them, live.
Right.
But still, is it going to get better? Is the avatars going to be fine tuned?
As the technology gets better,
they have to be working on. They have to at least be working on them because people were not excited about
not
this
at
when
all.
it first came out.
Yeah, when I saw the faces, I wasn't impressed with any of them. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Don't look like it now. Look like it was when you're in heyday. In your heyday, I want to see the heyday.
Right.
If it's makeup, I want the heyday.
And I know they can't make Peter and
Ace
look
pay
like them because they'd have to pay them.
Right.
But for God's sakes, just having these two characters look like nothing, look like nobody, is the weirdest thing I think I've ever seen.
It's not good for the fans.
Life. It's not good for it. Not good for the fans. Not good for anybody. Not good for them.
No,
because who's going to want to see this It's not good for anybody. Who's gonna want to see this? Who's gonna want to see this? They make all four of them look like just random characters off the street. Right. You know, when I give it, make them. When I give them, what they should do if they're gonna do something like that. Kiss put a comic book out years ago called Psycho Circus. Mm-hmm. And the artist of that book was Angel Medina, who was a super great artist that made them look like celestial beings. Like they looked like they were gods.
Absolutely,
Right. Like, do something like that if you're going to just take four figures who look like,
exactly,
Like, do something, more on the art cartoon side of this.
It looks generated.
It looks generated.
Get an artist.
I agree with Derek. I agree. I pray they're putting their time and heart and soul into this, like Paul said they are, and it's going to be the coolest thing we've ever seen in our lives. We'll find out. But I'm curious, even more so. I'm curious what the new music sounds like.
That's what I want to hear most of all.
Paul's voice is not great.
No.
Gene's voice is not great at this point. So what are we doing?
I could kind of forgive the avatars if the music is really good.
If it's really good.
Yeah.
Right. Agreed.
But if they're both bad, oh boy.
It's going to be a long show.
And how much are these tickets? How much could they
astronomical
go
probably.
For?
Yeah,
there's
probably.
No way.
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
I'm scared.
Just do not put out avatars.
I'm so scared.
And then charge a lot.
No.
Please don't.
Please don't. They're going to though.
Well, of course. Yeah.
Well, I love what Smirky said to say that it's almost like you get a full experience.
Right.
That I would pay for, and that is what's important. Like,
right. It's more of a visual. It's a visual thing,
right? Yeah. And to feel the bass and to be like with like pyrotechnics and like that's fantastic. Right. But if they're not bringing that, then
then what are we doing?
What are we doing?
If it falls flat, it's
then
I know.
This could be fantastic or awful.
Boy. Hey, Krusty. This is terrible. This is what Paul said at the meet and greet or whatever about the Avatar show. Kiss has always been interactive. As fit as we might be, we don't get younger. But those iconic characters can last forever. Oh. The idea was to take that and transform via all the technology that has become available. What we've created and what we're in the works of creating for the Avatar show is going to be something that is dependent on you as an audience member. That's all we need. And upon the iconic characters, the personas. It's not going to be a concert, so to speak. Basically, we're there as travel guides as Kiss goes through Kiss worlds, as opposed to being limited to this stage. That's that. Opposed to being this stage. Gene said we did this the right way. Instead of staying on stage too long, which they're still on stage.
Right.
There are some artists that should really call it quits. Get off stage while you still look good. While you still can stand up straight instead of using walkers. That's not what you want to do. Quit while you're on top. What are they doing?
Yes.
This is exactly what they're not doing.
Right.
We're so fortunate to have found Pop House and Jessica and her team are here to take Kiss to levels we never imagined. So
I guess we'll see.
And they're saying that he doesn't want to do the sphere. You know.
Well, if it's at the Sphere, it's going to be astronomical.
Of course, yeah.
Oh,
absolutely,
yeah. But it could be still cool.
They should do it at movie theater.
Movie theater?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, would they go?
I go see that.
Yeah. Would they go like a VR route too as well? Like with the?
I know you're going to go all in.
You're going to have that interaction where you have the headsets on and the VR experience. You could just do it that way too as well.
Right.
I don't know. All I'm saying is, I got one word.
All right. Yes, perfectly said.
Thank you, Quan.
Yeah. That's good.
How did you know? We're all thinking, ack. All right. How much time we got, Kwani? Okay. Then quickly. Kiss album Spotlight, Dressed to Kill.
Yes.
Oh,
nice.
Look at that album cover. Isn't it dope?
Very nice.
Very nice.
We're going to quickly talk about Dressed to Kill and why it's, it's great. What are we doing? It's one of the first three, so it's great.
Of course.
The question is, how great? Who wants to go first? Murky.
Well, great album. I like this album, but this was the introduction of Rock and Roll All Night. I mean, this is.
I mean, yeah.
This was the beginning of before it came the way it was, and listening to that, and when it was fresh, having that song, even though that song at the end, great.
Everything before it.
Before, yeah, it's a slow going.
You think? What is it about this record you hate?
I don't hate this record. I don't.
Why do you hate this album?
Here we go.
How dare you? Out! Why did I ask you to come on here? Out! No, go ahead.
Well, room service. I mean, two-timer.
Okay.
It starts.
Room service is probably my least favorite too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's kind of how it starts, but it gets better as it goes on. I mean, Come On Love Me. I mean,
Ladies in Waiting.
Ladies in Waiting. I mean, it's just those first couple, it just kind of, like I said, for me, those first couple tunes are kind of.
You skip them.
You skip them. I still go through them, but at the same time, it's kind of, Ladies in Waiting. I mean, Rock Bottom. I mean,
come on, bro.
I mean, that's top notch.
Listen, I drove here tonight, and we're going to listen to that album on the way home. All right.
But it has the.
She is on.
I know it has the ultimate song. One of my all-time favorites.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
I mean, just
it's brilliant.
Yeah, it is one of my favorite songs too, as well, and one of my favorite songs to play.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah. My Lord Almighty. Chris Triano.
One of the things you mentioned, and I never thought of it before, all my years being a Kiss fan, is how the first 3 albums, especially Dressed to Kill, is like a 50s style.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
it's written 50s style. Yeah.
Like, especially room service.
Right. They didn't start Anything for My Baby. It's another one.
Yeah.
They didn't start getting modern until Destroyer. And I actually like that about Dressed to Kill. I enjoy the sing-songy.
Yeah, it's very sing-songy.
Yeah, I like room service. Tunes, there's not a song that I don't like.
Love Her All I Can.
Love Her All I Can. It's great. Yeah. I mean, I like Anthrax version. It's fantastic. But no, I think Dressed to Kill. I mean, if you're gonna tell people who don't know Kiss, I say listen to the first 3 records.
Oh yeah.
If you don't like the first 3 records, don't even bother going forward.
Right.
And like I said, I understand where he's coming from because my brother feels the same way. He doesn't like a lot of the songs on Dressed to Kill. But I'm not one of them. I love it.
Dude, come on.
Getaway. I mean, come on. I love Getaway.
Well, yes. I'm just saying it gets better as it goes.
It does.
Yeah.
No, but Smirky hates it. I don't know why.
my brother said about Two-Timer, he said it sounds like their instruments are out of tune.
Or out of tune. Yeah, the beginning of Two-Timer, he said.
But I love that's heavy.
I know, and that's the only part of the song that is like that. The rest of the tune doesn't sound anything like that.
Dressed to Kill is one of my favorite albums.
Well, the chorus. No.
Yeah.
My baby's a two-timer.
Yeah, Steve doesn't like that song either.
He's out of his mind.
No,
he's handsome, but he's out of his mind. Before we go any further, real fast, the last episode, Gracie Grew here, my daughter, was, and my wife, Eva, were both looking at Steve and going, what color are his eyes?
They're like
eyes are
hazel.
crazy.
Hazel.
That's what I said. And she goes, they're blue. And
it's
I was
hazel.
like, they're hazel.
Yeah.
They're
Steven,
really pretty, though.
When he was younger, they were dark blue. As he got older, they became hazel.
Listen, Steven, I told you, I wasn't kidding. You're a male model.
It's disrespectful.
I hope he watches this.
Making everybody else look bad. Hey! That was a joke. Listen.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, like I said,
finish up.
The sing-songy quality of that album, I dug. I dug how every album was different. The first 3 albums are totally different from each other.
Completely.
Yeah.
And that's another thing Kiss doesn't get credit for at all. They know how to write songs. They are competent musicians, no matter what Rolling Stone magazine says. I think they get a bad rap, and I think Dressed to Kill is top notch.
It's a bee's knees.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because there's a few things about that album that I love the most. It is warmer sounding than the first 2 records.
Yeah.
It's the third out of the 3, and it just sounds so much warmer than the other 2. Not saying that the first 2 sound bad or anything. They just sound more like they're from another planet.
The production was better.
Yeah. Production's way better. It's warmer because especially Hotter Than Hell. They sound like they're from literally another world. And then Kiss too. You know, just the way it's produced, everybody kind of clowns the way Hotter Than Hell's produced. It's how they say Hotter Than Hell's tinny, but I like that about the album. I think it fits the songs. Right. But when it comes to Dress to Kill, it's so much warmer. Especially the way they've written the songs, you know, Ladies in Waiting and Getaway, they just sound deeper, and the bass is way, especially if you listen to the 50th anniversary they just put out. Like if you go and whether you have Spotify or iTunes or you bought the actual package. They released Dress to Kill to 50th anniversary, and it just sounds so good,
it's good.
Man.
Yeah, I have it on Spotify. It's good.
Like it's insane how good it sounds with those tracks remastered. Like it really does sound. You understand exactly where they're coming from and how hard they worked on that record when you actually listen to it. She especially sounds nuts. It sounds so beautifully done production wise if you go back and listen to it. And Love Her All I Can is just one of my it's a brilliant Paul song, one of my favorites. Ace's solo, Ace works probably the hardest on this record out of the three, in my opinion, just because Getaway, Love Her All I Can, and even though Rock and Roll All Night doesn't have a solo, but you can tell how hard they're working as they're playing. And there's several different versions of Rock and Roll All Night on that box set where you just go, dude, how many different, like they have a version where there's everybody in the room singing, like talking and having a party throughout the whole thing. There's just like 8 different versions of Rock and Roll All Night, which is absolutely beautiful too. Like when it comes to Dress to Kill, like it is...
it's their most upbeat album.
Upbeat album out of the 3, and then on top of everything, I back when the first episode of this show, I talked about how my brother had the first 3 albums and then Rock and Roll Over on tape. Like I listened to Dress to Kill, I think the most out of track list of songs were the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, I agree.
To me. All right, can we finish up? What do we got? We can finish up. All right. Real fast. Best lyric, worst lyric. What did you want to do? Do you want to do just a worst lyric?
It's up to you.
We do best lyric. Like you pick which one you want. I'm sure you got both.
I'm gonna do bad lyric.
All right, do bad lyric
if you don't mind. I'll do good if you want me to do good. I'll do good.
No, I'll do bad.
All right. So
you're good at the bad lyric.
This is really bad, by the way. It's from Crazy Nights. Hey diddle diddle. When the cat starts to fiddle, the kitten's got to give him the moon.
Oh, boy. Is that when your walls come down?
Yeah, that should have been scratched along with that whole song. How that song made the album, I have no idea.
There is no reason for that song to be anywhere near
that album.
Wax.
Should have been an EP. Should have been an EP. There's 3 or 4 good ones. That's about it.
Oh, my. Oh, it hurts so bad. Yikes. Smirky, what do you got?
Well, I'll go my best lyric, and it goes off of my top favorite song from Gene. I am the Lord of the Wastelands, a modern day Man of Steel. Just God of Thunder.
But you just finished the whole. Listen, the whole. I gather darkness to please me, and I command you to.
That's Peace. One of Peace's favorite too.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Boy, is that great.
Yeah.
Especially the way he sings it on Destroyer is top notch. Oh boy, I get woozy from that dopeness. I'm gonna go with, because I didn't type anything down, so I'm just gonna go with I did Creatures of the Night, I think the first week, so I'm gonna go back to that. This is from Danger. In the night, oh, I can feel it. Time slips away. If I can't pay, I will steal it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Bruh.
That's nice.
Yes.
That hits you especially the way he sings it. The way Paul sings it, you're just going, dude,
that's a great tune, man.
It's just a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant song.
Heavy.
Especially that part.
Heavy song, too. Yeah.
Dude, if I can't pay, I will steal it. Like, it's dope, man.
Really is.
Come on. What you doing? All right. We're going to finish this up with check what you're listening to. What are you listening to lately? We had a really great time here tonight, even without the P's and Steve. And I think this may be the new cast. Check what you're listening to. Smirky, what you been listening to lately?
Man. I know you're going to come with me with this one, but it's just such an, you know me, it's such an array of music with me.
You have eclectic taste.
It's a 10,000 song iPod that I have on rotation. It's just,
okay, what do you got? Like, what have you been, like, give me.
I listen to Clutch a lot.
A Clutch is great.
They're one of my ones that keeps coming back on my rotation.
They're insane heavy, and it's just fun.
Yeah, it is.
Like, their topics are heavy, but it doesn't seem like they're heavy. And
and I know when it comes around, I just know it's just so distinct. His voice, the music, and it just go and
And they do all kinds of different. They do different things.
Yeah.
They're not afraid to take chances and do different things. Clutch. That's why I dig them the most. They take a lot of chances. Like, they've done blues tunes, blues sounding tunes. Yeah. They've done like super modern rock tunes. They've done like Clutch is crazy. And I just started getting into them too, which I wish I would have been on board a lot sooner, but Clutch is great. So Clutch is your number one. Your number one.
I like that's my number one that comes around.
Or you just like, this is dope.
It is. It's very dope. But it's the rotation always comes around, and that's what comes up.
Gracie, what have you been listening to lately?
So much Green Day.
You're just going back to Green Day.
I'm going top to bottom.
Dookie, Kerplunk.
Yeah. Nimrod, Hitchin' a Ride.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Oh.
Good stuff.
It's on repeat. The year-long Spotify, it's gonna be up there. It's gonna be in the thousands.
Man, you like Hitchin' a Ride that much?
I don't know why
it is a great
it's
song.
so good.
Because the beat is insane. And
the scream right before it just goes nuts. I think that's what's getting me is that I love. You guys have been saying "She" by Kiss and "She" by Green Day. It's just my.
That is a good one too. I like that one.
So good, so good. Man. Private Ale, Words I Might Have Ate, Paper Lanterns, Dry Ice, Disappearing Boy. I love. I'm just.
Kerplunk.
I'm into it.
Bringing me back to my early 20s. We used to listen to those
Slappy
records.
Hours.
Me and Smirk used to listen to those records.
I know. Yeah.
You've taught me
well. Where did they go?
I know the years where they go. They don't come back.
Well, that's where I know Kiss is in the car, preschool, middle school, high school. Every decade, every year I've been alive, it's been Kiss. Like, it's just
Kiss is always there, and I'd always back when 10,000 Days from Tool first came out. I played the pot constantly.
I hear the pot. It's over. Every lyric just flows out of me because it's ingrained in my blood.
Every time we think of 10,000 Days, it's the San Diego show.
Oh yeah,
that's
fantastic.
how we always
the greatest
that always
Tool
comes
show
back.
we've ever been to. Christopher, what are you listening to?
All right, so today I'll give you what I was listening to today. Today was a heavy cardio day for me, and when I do cardio, I like to go back 25, 30 years. I was listening to Rage Against the Machine, Limp Bizkit, Papa Roach, POD. I love the new metal. I love the rap, rock, fusion. You know I do. When you first met me, that's what I was listening to.
I know. You listen to POD.
When I'm at the gym, that gets me going, man. Here comes the boom. Come on.
I just think of
and sadly
Paul
enough,
Blart.
I am right there too.
I know you are.
You know me.
It's me who listens to the weird stuff.
I know you don't like the rap rock stuff. I know
it's fine. It's fine.
But I was always into it. I dug it, man. Especially the way Limp was doing it.
That's fine.
POD, man. They were rocking.
People
out,
love
dude.
it.
Yeah.
You know what? I was a big fan of Korn. Like Korn was my thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, today I was listening to Paul's Boutique, Beastie Boys.
Nice. Okay.
A few weeks ago, I put together a Public Enemy playlist that I can't get away from. I still love, and I listen to all Public Enemy, not just, the first 3 records, but that's probably the things I've been into. And Fugazi. I've been listening to a lot of Fugazi as well, which I love so much. All right. That's it. That was going to do it for us. We are done. We made it. How do you feel, everybody?
Right. Yeah.
Nice change of pace today. Went well.
Very nice. This is the Plaster Casters. My name is Shane. That is Grace. That is Derek Smirky. And that is Chris Triano. We love you. We always will. Check us out next week. We'll be right back here doing what we do. Why, Chris?
Because we love it.
Oh, I love you, Eva.